Grab the boxes from the attic and haul them down the stairs. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Advent Tea Break. Okay, I have to get rid of this. Welcome to Advent Tea Break, day 16.
Get to 60% off
and today's tea is relax. A deeply soothing fusion of chamomile, fennel, and marshmallow root. Relax. You know, I hate that word. How's everybody doing? Hey. Let me put it on live chat and let me just pop this. Let me pop out the participants. Seashell, Semwa, Martha Ma Holcomb, Melody Ray, and Sherry Leach. Are you telling me that's all that's here? Oh, okie dokie. Hey, Betty Randall, Rebecca Shepherd, and Aldo. Okay, first off, this is the snowflake ornament that I made that I'm going to take upstairs and hang on the top of our little Christmas tree. So that's going back upstairs with me. And hey, Angie. I got some lovely ornaments from Carol Bedwell, and I've got to show them to you up close before I put them on the tree. And I'm pretty sure she made all of these. And even if she didn't, they're just beautiful. Look at the little flower pot. Look at the little flower pot. My goodness. So I want to show them to you first before they go on the tree. Okay. Look at a little seashell snowman, I think, or a seashell man. Hey, Aldo, hi. Oh, look, a little seashell angel. And what else do we have? My goodness. God bless you. Merry Christmas. A penguin. I love penguins. I love penguins. And a little Canadian snow angel. All right. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they adorable? So I'm going to put these on the tree. We're going to have a crate now for this tree and a crate for the tree upstairs. It's going to be, if this keeps up, I'm going to have to find a fourth Christmas tree. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get these on the tree. Oh, all right. I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe. Yeah, my floor is a bit off here, guys. So if you see the tree wobble, you'll know why. And presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas. If only in my dreams. Everyone will be home for Christmas if I had my way. And I don't just mean my family, I mean your family too. Oh, look at my little flower pot. I think that's my favorite, is the little flower pot. And there we go. And there it is. They're all on the tree. Hey, it's 13 degrees Celsius here. Okay? And sunny. It was supposed to rain all day. That's the only song I get to sing that I'm aware of, because if I sang like White Christmas or Oh Holy Night, I would get dinged. So that's not going to happen. Oh, let's try our tea before I get into this. Okay. Relax tea. Hey, Patricia Carson, Cheryl Bennett, Autumn Gypsy, 1927. But sorry. Oh, it's delicate. But mind you, I've got one tea bag and a huge cup, so. And it's really very, very hot. So, tea is called Relax. Angel, thank you. Put this in the Fun Medicine Fund. Hugs and love to you and everyone here. Thank you, Angel. And we'll get right on that, because you know what? I got to buy seeds. It's actually December. I order my seeds in January, so I can start them in the beginning of March. Did I like the right end? Yes, I did. That's not working. Oh, well. Angel, do you have a card you would like read? I have, here, let me show you what I have here. I have Gaia, Starseed Oracle, Work Your Light Oracle, Soul's Journey, and The Universe Has Your Back. So if you, hi, Avonlea Ann. So hi, Willows. So please, if you have if you would like a card pulled, I will definitely pull one. You just tell me which deck you want from. Okay. We have Gaia, Starseed Oracle, Work Your Light Oracle, Soul's Journey, and The Universe Has Your Back. I know. And you know what? I paid $8 for this thing, but I had to have it because it's like this and my St. Patrick's Day hat are my favorite. Hey, Vicky, how are you? I love my Santa hat. I love it. I'm going to pull a card anyway. I'm going to pull a card for Angel. Unless it's against your beliefs. Yes, but you can watch it on the replay, honey. I showed them all up close and then I hung them. Gaia. Okay. Gaia it is. As a matter of fact, I dropped some of these cards today. This is Gaia for Angel. Okay. There's one. I dropped some of these cards and I picked them all up and I went and made my tea and I came back and there were two sitting on my chair. So I figured Gaia wanted to talk to me. Making banana bread. I got my shortbread boxed up, my snowballs boxed up. Now I have to work on Briar's pumpkin spice roll cake. Against my beliefs. Merry Christmas. Well, there we go. You don't have to. This can be just for fun, right? I mean, belief is a really strong word. Once you have subscribed to a belief system, then you're cemented in. This can be anything you want it to be. Okay. All right, Angel, you got the Upside Down Enchanted Forest. Mystery, magic, and excitement. Mystery, magic, and excitement are going on in your life, Angel, but it's not necessarily of your doing. Okay, hang on a second. Somebody in your life wants to bring a lot of mystery, magic, and excitement, and you're just not up to it. Is what I'm getting? Am I getting that right? You appreciate the effort, but you want things to be quiet. That's what I'm getting out of that. And evolution, earth changes, climate changes, transformation. This is also going on in your life. You're becoming more and more aware of not just the environment, but your connection, your direct connection to the planet. Does that make sense? You're becoming more and more aware every day. I hope that works for you. Hi, Ahmad. How are you, darling? What's a musette? Oh, okay, you're talking about shit covered in chocolate there, Aldo. I just gotta look away. I had a shortbread cookie and a half because I shared a half with Gracie, and I did not eat even one snowball. Do you know why? Because I have not started to put on my winter weight. My goal this year is to not gain winter weight. So far, so good. Hey, how are you, darling? I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing good. This year has been so cool how many Christmassy areas you have in your home, Bev. Well, I mean, I take you guys almost with me everywhere I go. And tomorrow, if I get more Christmas cards today, tomorrow we are going to finish the Christmas card wreath on the wall. Okay? And we're going to do that live on our half-acre homestead because I'm not making videos right now. I'm making some, but I'm really not making any videos. So, because I got so much going on, it's easier for me just to live stream while I'm doing it, and then like make a video after, like how I did with the Christmas tree. I mean, I live streamed. I don't know if I live streamed the cutting down of the Christmas tree, but I live streamed it. I live streamed the decorating, and then I can't remember. See, this is how busy I am. And then later on, I kind of put them all together, right? I am on my awakening journey in warp speed. My best friend wants me to go out tonight to look at the Christmas boat parade, but I have meditation and yoga class. Okay. Thank you, Angel. So like, this is why I've put the books away. Some of these don't even have words on them. Okay. Some of them are just pictures, like with my angel oracle cards. And I'm going to be working on them over the holidays more. Hey, Aunt Connie, how are you? Corey C. that reminds me. So it's chocolate, flour, cinnamon, cloves, butter, oil, eggs, almonds, and ground walnuts and honey. Oh my God. I just went into a delicious kind of dream coma where I don't even know what you're making, but the ingredients sound fantastic. So, well, I'm really glad to hear it was spot on. I am, because I am working without books now. And I'm one of the reasons we're doing this down here today is because I wanted to put the ornaments on the tree. And it is an Advent Day 16 tea break. And we are drinking Relax, a deeply soothing fusion of chamomile, fennel, and marshmallow root. All very healthy. Hey, Jill Mama. Hey. So I thought I'm going to come down because there's also my salt lamps over there. If they don't get turned on at least once a week in a basement, even with the heat on, they will start to pull moisture out of the air and they will weep salty, crusty tears. So I wanted to come down. So this is actually a longer tea break today because I want to give my salt lamps time to get warm and burn off any moisture they've collected. And a diamond cut. Oh my goodness. Aldo, are you talking dirty to everybody in chat? You're talking chocolate and stuff, man. Um, Angel, I will be doing trauma-focused yoga for domestic violence victims and special needs community. Oh, that's awesome, Angel. Good for you. I've been saying this for a year, but in the new year, I'm going to do some chair yoga. I'm going to start because I can't get down on the floor and I can't get on my hands and knees because my knees are too bad. But I am going to do some chair yoga and stuff. I thought I put that on Do Not Disturb. And I'm going to start working on becoming more centered. Like I'm centered mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, but I need to be more grounded and centered physically. And I'm finding that I'm not eating as much meat. And not because it's not cheap, it's because my body doesn't seem to want it. I'm constantly eating fruits and vegetables. Sometimes I'll have pasta with fruits and vegetables and stuff for a carb or whatever, or popcorn, but it's mostly fruits and vegetables are the stuff I'm craving. So I'll bet you will be a great instructor as you are a compassionate person. Absolutely. And I want to do some yoga. I just am going to start at the very basic level of sitting in a chair and following an instructor on my TV. Like my cousin Sean's wife is a yoga instructor in Prince Edward Island, and she does online classes. And she offered to give me, a deal for free if I would just share. So I'm going to talk to her about that because I really, really want. I feel kind of my journey is now it's time to get serious about physical, and there's very limited things I can do about that, but I can try, and that's all that matters, right? Okay, Aldo, love you. Mwah! You handsome devil, you. I have been doing some YouTube exercise classes. It's wonderful. Well, there you go. See? So I'm going to see if my cousin Brenda still does these online. I think she does it through Facebook. And I'm going to see, right? Isn't that a pretty tree? I mean, I love my trees, and I wish the one in my office was a little more off center because it's really beautiful too. And you know what? Everywhere I live stream, I want a tree, right? Because, not everyone. I got a nice email the other day or a comment or an email from somebody saying, I know who it is. It was Granny. Is Granny Frammy here? Put up a tree. She's had 2 treeless Christmases, and this time she said, to heck with it, I'm putting up a tree. And she felt better. And if we are responsible for our own happiness in so many ways, right? 1927, imagination is a wonderful gift, no matter what your beliefs might be. No harm in having good old clean fun, much like love. Fun is viewed in the eye of the beholder anyway. Thank you, 1927. I know there's a lot of people who don't, but I am who I am. I can't be any different. I have spent my entire life, being my childhood being all my gifts being suppressed, all my spiritual gifts being suppressed, and then as an adult allowing society to suppress the rest. And it's just now that I have come back to myself. And, you don't have to believe. You don't have to do any of that. I'm just going to change this for a second because that's too white. Hang on a second. I got to... Meet Cozy Slides. The softest... There. That's where I want it. Okay. So I watched another YouTube channel decorate their tree in all dried flowers. It looked fantastic and good for their business. Well, I mean, everybody's tree is different, right? Like mine all look pretty much the same. Why? Because that's just how I do it. And that's the ornaments I have. But I mean, if you go to my brother Bob's house and they have their 7-foot Christmas tree up, artificial tree, I mean, you can't see the tree when my sister in law Kathy decorates it. You can't see the tree for decorations. And there's everything from dried flowers and silk flowers to, handmade eggshell ornaments. You know what I mean? Bacon. What? Who's talking dirty to me? Um, as long as you feel healthy, that is the main thing. I don't eat meat either. Thank you for the compliment. It's not that I don't like it. Like last night, I had a roast beef sandwich for supper because I made a crock pot roast beef and I made mashed turnips and carrots and crock pot, the potatoes and an onion for Howie. And I said, I dished him up a plate, however he wanted it. And then I made myself a toasted roast beef sandwich and a bowl of mashed neeps and carrots. And Howie goes, he started laughing and he said, Bev, he said, I remember you telling me the story of why your dad got insulted when he made a roast beef dinner and you wanted a sandwich of it. And I said, well, guess what? This is my home. I don't know when I'm going to get a roast beef dinner again. I'm going to eat the roast beef the way I like it. So I made a 12-grain toast with mustard and salt and pepper, and I had a bowl of mashed veggies. And I mean, I enjoyed the meat, but it's not often. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm picking it out and giving it to the dog. If it's like tonight's soup, there's going to be a little bit of beef in it, right? I eat a lot of fake bacon, hot dogs, and hamburgers. Why? If you want a hot dog okay, never mind. I hear you, Joe. I love meat, but I love meat. Okay? I watched some guy take a prime rib roast on TikTok, like a 5-rib roast, and slice the ribs off it and start slicing into that. And the farther he went, the rarer it got, and I was drowning in my saliva. Really good meat. As a matter of fact, if YouTube finally pays me what they owe me this month, I don't care if it's 2 days before Christmas. I'm going to find me a roast. Yes, I got a turkey. I paid $30 for it. My stomach goes into shock. Yeah. Where's Northwoods? Where did I see Northwoods? I just don't like factory farming. Oh, my salt lamp is so wonderful. I have it on all the time. Well, I have these 4 down here. I might take the bottom one or one of the top ones and take it upstairs. I have one in my bedroom. I like one in my office, right? And every night when Howie gets home from work and I'm dishing up supper, he will go into the bedroom to get his, clean PJ bottoms or whatever. He'll go into the bathroom and have a shower. But when he goes in to get his clean PJs, he turns on the salt lamp on my bedside table. Every single night, he turns it on for me. It's like a night light, because it's only, the bulb I have, and it's only a 7-watt bulb. It's like a Christmas light. But it's like a night light. But he knows salt lamps are my happy place. I don't know why. If they wrap veggies, I don't like. If they wrapped veggies, I don't like, and bacon, maybe. Oh my goodness. Well, see, when Howie and I first met, he wouldn't eat breakfast. He would buy a sub every day for lunch. And then when he would go home, he would make like Kraft dinner with hamburger and onions and a can of mushroom soup kind of thing. And he'd make a big pot of that and he'd keep it in his fridge and he'd eat that at night. So when he moved in with me, right, or when we moved in together, I started introducing him to things like broccoli and cheese sauce, right? lasagna with spinach layers and zucchini, you know, and Caesar salads. And I'll never forget the first time I met his mother. We were in Bewdley, Ontario, visiting his sister or somebody. But his brother-in-law's boat was tied up at the dock. So he walked down the dock to say hi. And I'm standing on the beach talking to his mother for the first time. And his brother-in-law knocked him off the dock into the water. And I said, oh. And she said, that's all right. He can swim. I taught all my kids how to swim. And I said, oh, you know, and I forget what we got on she said, I just could never get my kids to eat vegetables, right? Because if I tried to force them, their father would say, no, don't bother, right? And I said, well, he eats them for me. She said, well, I could never, you know, she said, he won't eat broccoli. I said, yes, he does. And ever since then, we have gone down the road to a healthier style of eating, but it's taken a long time because you can't just change everything overnight. We tried that with the raw food diet, the raw in 30 days, how we did it for 10 days. And it cost us $50 every 3 or 4 days just to buy all the stuff we needed to make him a raw vegan diet that he could have. That all he could have was sweet potatoes, kale, zucchini, peppers, romaine lettuce, nuts, seeds, tomatoes, but no fruit, right? Rebecca, hi. Yes. No, I've had it before. And I wanted to ask you, darling, thank you so much. Did you see the picture? Because Andrew Ward sent me tea as well. So I now have 11 boxes of that. And I asked him, and I'm going to ask you, is it okay if I share them with my kids? Because, I mean, they're the only people I know that is nuts about those teas as I am. And you know, Arthur, I won't be able to get Arthur and Mel. I just want to share. Is it okay? Are you okay with that? But yes, the toast and jam tea is one of those things. You literally have a piece of toast with no jam, just toast and butter. And you have the toast and jam tea and you dip your toast in it. Oh, it's so good. My hubby will eat anything I put in front of him, but he will not eat butter or cheese except mozzie. So hard to make certain things. So when I can, I make treats for me like mac and cheese. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much for the wonderful tea. I mean, holy cow, right? I just filled the shopping. I put a display up of it and took a picture and put it on Facebook going, I'm so loved, you know? Well, see, when I sometimes go back, Rebecca, when I go back to bed in the morning after Howie leaves, I sometimes have toast and tea. I just take a couple of slices of toast, I cut it in quarters, and a cup of tea. And it's the only time I put sugar in my tea is when I have toast and tea. Any other time I drink well, this has honey in it, but any other time my straight tea is just straight tea and milk, like orange pico tea and milk. But though having malty biscuit tea and toast and jam tea is just going to be, you know, that's breakfast for the next year. You know what I mean? So thank you so very much. We all get to enjoy absolutely. And I don't know if anybody got this idea, but now you don't have to send me boxes of tea anymore, folks. If you want to send me your favorite herbal tea, but only one tea bag, buy the kind that they have in stores where you open the bottom and they have these individual packets in them, or if you have them. So, because I want to be able to put them in the advent calendar for next year. So if anybody wants to share their favorite herbal tea, make sure it's in an envelope and email me at connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com for my mailing address. And then I will, after we're done on Christmas Eve with the last tea, I will begin filling the advent calendar for next year. And I will try your favorite teas. Hey, Becky, how are you, darling? Hey, Molka, hi, darling. No, it doesn't have to be herbal. It can be like chai tea, or it just doesn't have to be, it just doesn't, not just regular orange pekoe or black tea. It can be, like chai tea or whatever, right? But if it's something other than an herbal tea, tell me how to prepare it, because I didn't realize that some teas, like Briar loves chai tea and white hot chocolate. He will make a big cup of tea with a chai tea bag, and then he'll add a white powdered hot chocolate. And he said, Mom, it's Christmas. It's real Christmas. So we may have to try that sometime. I looked everywhere for them, but you made my Christmas. How did I make your Christmas, sweetheart? You will be together. You will be together again. The way things are going, it might not be long. Okay, I missed something there. So, this is the way things are going. Okay, remember us talking about, we might as well talk since this is Life with the Wolfies and it's a tea break. Do you remember we were talking about the veil lifting? And the truth is suddenly so apparent to anybody who is even slightly awake. Like there are people now who have just realized like that they have had 2 vanillas, and when now they're saying, what? You mean I have to have booster juice every 6 months for the next 5 or 6 years? No, thank you. And they're defecting, right? So because you are going, hi, Barb, how are you, darling? Oh, I love chai. You cook it in a pot on top of the stove with milk and let it froth up and boil a couple of times. Really? Because you are going to share with your family, and that's what Christmas is about. Well, thank you. I might even share with, because you'll see on the video on our half acre homestead when I'm done, my baking video, the one we did live today while I was filming, and I finished it. And I think I might, put a little tin of, it doesn't have to be the malty biscuit tea, but I might do tea as well in the box, right? Anytime you want, but only send 1 tea bag, okay? Just one, because I get 2. I'm so very blessed. Andrew and Rebecca sent me tea. Now I have 11 boxes, and yes, I'm going to share, because I would feel bloody greedy if I did. As a matter of fact, I sent the picture to Arthur, the picture of the tree of teas. And Arthur he sends me a text back going, oh, is that Drew's? I said, yeah, I'm sorry I won't be able to mail it to you in time for Christmas. But maybe for your birthday, I'll send you some. I said, but it won't be from me. It'll be from my YouTube family. And he goes, if you're sharing, Mom, it's from you too. So, right? Briar doesn't know that. Okay, I was going to do the big box of his presents, and I might, but I think I'm going to, because I don't want him opening, because I bought him a Keurig. They were on for $59, and they're just small ones. And I bought one for Howard too. Those are their big gifts, right? And I bought him a hot chocolate for the Keurig, a box of hot chocolates, and a box of caramel flavored coffee for the Keurig. But if he opens those first, oh, and I bought both him and Howie a bottle of Descaler too, because where Briar lives, the water's really, really hard, and ours is calcium, right? Hey, G-Ma, how's it going? I am very glad you feel blessed. I too am counting my many blessings and feel grateful just to be alive. Well, there you go, sweetheart. And thank you for my Christmas card. I got my Christmas card. So tomorrow we'll go live. I'm having a heck of a time with jerry rigging, you know. Maybe I'll just bring this upstairs with me, this tripod. I got a pork loin with whole onions on the go. Potatoes, I'm peeling as we speak. Good deal on whole pork loins a couple of weeks ago. Cut down to 8 roasts. Wow. One of the teas I like is Madagascar Rubios Vanilla, made by Celestial Seasoning. Got to be careful with Celestial Seasoning. They're on the naughty list for having too many pesticides. They use over the legal limit of pesticides. Tetley Specialty Teas is on that list too. Not Tetley Orange Pico, but Tetley Specialty Teas. So please be careful, right? I love these. These are organic. I'm not gonna say no if you send me one. I'm just saying be aware, okay? Well, because I was nuts for Celestial Seasonings. The Wild Berry Zinger. Holy crap. I would make that with honey and then let it cool down and pour it over ice, like Kool-Aid, right? Anything that good can't be healthy for you. Seriously. I've never tried oolong tea. I have never tried oolong tea, but I've heard it's really good. How do you drink? I've been drinking tea with milk and sugar or without sugar my whole life. Regular orange Pico tea or China black tea. Okay, I didn't get introduced to herbal teas till I was about 15, and my brother gave me some fasting tea at Christmas, and it was the most disgusting flavor I'd ever had. So it turned me off of herbal teas until I was like in my 20s, until someone said, "Oh, Bev, you got to try this," right? So, I mean, I'm still learning about teas. Like, is oolong one of those teas that I would make with milk, right? We get it. You're a connoisseur of tea. You're in front of the green screen. I'm not a connoisseur of tea. I'm just learning about tea. That's why it's been so fun doing this Advent tea calendar, because this has given me a whole experience of trying new flavors that I had no idea. Like, I'm serious, right? Fusion of chamomile, fennel, and marshmallow root. It doesn't sound very appealing, but it's good, right? I'm one of those people who don't like change. So thank you for helping me change. Have you tried Tazo green ginger teas? No. I would love to try pomegranate, but can't find any here in the stores. Well, that's easy enough to do. Just get some pomegranate juice, okay? And get a basic herbal tea, like a chamomile tea, or something that would go good with pomegranate, like a raspberry infusion tea. And then, add pomegranate juice and honey to it. I don't really like regular teas. I like peppermint and rosehip. I like rosehip tea. Rosehip tea is high in vitamin C. It is funny. I like regular iced tea with sugar and lemon and unsweetened as well. But other teas I love without sugar. See, this has just got honey because it's an herbal tea. But I want to show you what I mean. Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, my knees. Oh, yeah, there's another reason why this is a long tea break, because I'm going to have to take my time getting back up the stairs. These are one of my favorite brands of teas. They're called Scents. And they're called Scents. And is that going to work if I do it that way? They're called Scents. And they're non-GMO. And I buy them at the grocery store, and they come in these little packets. just like that. I leave this down here because I stopped making regular tea down here because I have to leave milk in the fridge and it will go bad from one week to the next. Right? So it's like, I'll just leave herbal tea. I'll just have herbal tea down here and leave a jar of honey. I meant that you drink tea as it goes further. I know you weren't being derogatory, right? But it kind of sounded that way when you said, "We get it, you're a tea connoisseur." It's like, no, I'm not. I'm just, I have yet begun to explore tea. Talk about not liking change. I love constant comment tea. That is orange and spices, as far as I know. Constant Comment is the name of it. It's a red and black box. Wow. Hi, Sandy Candy. Bev, how about keeping some powdered milk in the basement? I friggin' hate powdered milk. I'll cook with it. I'll make Bisquick with it. I'll use it in an emergency, but I do not like powdered milk. I was raised on it. And back then, you had to use hot water to make the milk because it wasn't instant, right? And then you had to let it cool down in the fridge. And no matter how cold it got, it tasted nasty. You're not a tea snob. I have a friend who is. Well, I'm a bit of a tea snob. I want to get some apple cider for Christmas. Oh, you know what's good? Is you just get a jug. I remember one year we traded some of our turkeys and chickens. This was when we lived in Ontario, for 7 bushels of grounders, apples. And I took what was best and used them for like apple pies and stuff and our bag comes in milk, or milk comes in bags, right? One of those bags fills a pie shell if you fill it with sliced apples. So I take all the good apples and slice them and freeze them. And then the rest, there was like 6 bushels, went to a local guy who pressed cider. And all you had to do, you paid for the pressing and you paid for the jugs. And they came in plastic jugs. And I kept them in my freezer. And all through the winter, I had like 20 jugs of that stuff. And all through the winter, not 20. Probably about 10. And we had our wood stove in our kitchen, and I would keep a pot on the wood stove, and I would put a jar of cider in it. Like I would thaw it out that morning, and every night before I went to bed in the winter, I would pour a jug of cider in a pot, put a lid on it. And in the morning, the kids had hot apple cider on their oatmeal or to drink, right? But at Christmas time, if you've got a crock pot, and you could just buy apple juice, dump it in the crock pot, throw in a stick of cinnamon, some apple slices, a little bit of clove powder or a couple of cloves, right? And just let it permeate the house with the smell. Thank you, Malka. This is the downstairs tree, and I love it. And that's another reason I came down here today, because our little homestead tree doesn't have a topper, and I'm going to put a star on this, and I'm going to hang a shining star up on the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Except that that's a snowflake, not a star. Yeah, you put if you got whole allspice, put some allspice in there. Put a couple of cloves in there. Put a cinnamon stick in there. Put a chunk of ginger in it. And then just heat it up and take the lid off it once it's hot and let the smell. And anybody who wants some, they could just dip in but you just make sure they don't get the stuff. That's why you use whole spices. Those are beautiful and so easy to make. Thank you for showing that in the video. Well, I'm going to have fun. I don't know where you live, but Giant Eagle Grocery Store has a store brand that's just as good as the Constant Comment. Okay, I'm not from there. Very beautiful. You give us the Christmas spirit, and that's why I so love this chat. Well, thank you, honey. Thank you. Kept begging for more. I take it we're still talking about this Constant Comment tea. Oh, excuse me. We're coming up on an hour, and I am going to have to unfortunately leave at the hour mark because I got to clean up the mess in my kitchen after baking today. And I want to make sure Gracie's going to have to go out and pee and stuff. But not Giant Eagle. And everyone seems that whenever I mention Giant Tiger, they think I'm talking about an American company. No, this is a Canadian company, Giant Tiger. So, and yes, I smudged the cards and everything before I started. Excuse me. Yes, I still have some crud in my chest, but it's easing. Giant Tiger sounds like an Oriental grocery. No, we have T&T is our Oriental grocery. Now listen, guys. I'm gonna pull two cards, one from Soul's Journey and one from The Universe Has Your Back. And these are general message cards for everybody. Okay. Our tree has to be cat friendly, no glass ornaments or tinsel garland. Well, I was thinking of getting icicles for the tree upstairs to make it look more retro. And then I remembered how much the brush on my vacuum cleaner hates tinsel, period. So icicles. St. Hubert pies, 800 grams, $4.97. I'm not thrilled with store-bought pies, and I'm not thrilled with tortillas. Like, yeah, they were okay, like when we made them, but I'm telling you, to me, they're nothing special. I'd rather have ground beef and gravy and, oh, there we go, and onions in a pie, with a side of vegetables. Okay. Relationships. Anybody recognize what that picture is? Can anybody tell me what that picture is? I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay? So what this is telling us is that we should be Tortier, yeah. It says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay, well, let's put this in the third person. Are we keeping the people that are coming into our lives? We should be attracted to people that serve our higher good, because we reflect on each other, don't we? So if we are surrounded by people and friends and loved ones who do serve our higher good, and I don't mean it as a selfish thing, I mean as the more people you have in your life that are honest and that are loving and that are loyal and that are peaceful, loving people who just want to spread the light and love that is ours to share. Okay? Those people reflect back at us who we are. And it's like a juggernaut of spreading love and joy and light, because it just multiplies. So make sure your relationships serve your higher good, because why do you have them otherwise? Right? Hey, Nina, how are you, darling? Okay, let's pull up. Before we leave, we're going to pull a card from the universe has your back. And this is a general reading card or message. Whoa, hello. That one wanted to be read. Did you see that fly out? Wow, this is a really good one. You guys ready for the universe has your back? True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Okay? So often we're dealing with we're dealing with mental triggers, emotional triggers, spiritual triggers, triggers from TV, triggers from attitudes, triggers from family. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings are below the triggers. In other words, stop allowing yourself to be triggered by surface things. Go deep, find out why you're being triggered, and then you get to manage the outcome, right? So, I'm feeling much better. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. All the trees look beautiful, and your energy lately is amazingly good. You are spreading awesome love and light. Thank you, Nani. Thank you. Well, listen, it's been 51 minutes, and I'm pretty sure, like I've got 5 days until my data reboots itself. So I really don't want to go over my data limit because it's like $10 a gig or something. So, for all those who care to, I turned off all the triggers and look forward to your live tea chats. Thank you. Good. Hey, Karen, how's it going? Yeah, that was a great card, wasn't it? Well, listen, I'm going to pull one more from Gaia. Because the focus is now the veil has lifted and everybody's seeing the truth for what it is. And there are also people who are always going to stick to the narrative, not because they're brainwashed. It's just because they don't want to admit when they're wrong. And there are a lot of people out there who never apologize and never admit when they're wrong, right? And those people are toxic, right? So those people we can do nothing about, but we can pay attention. Someone said, oh, you get all your narrative from TikTok. Well, yeah, because, Facebook and Google and every place else, YouTube has a narrative that they will not allow me to speak my feelings and my opinions. So that's why I go to TikTok and that's why I go to Rumble. Okay? Toxic, exactly. So we're past the point. We will always treat these people with respect and dignity, even if they don't deserve it. Why? Because that's who we are. That's who we are. If they're, they may not deserve it, but that's not the point. We don't lower ourselves to their level of drama and manipulation and, drama and manipulation is a lot. And don't be fooled. Just because someone's a family member doesn't mean you can love them from a distance and not let that drama into your life. You can forgive and still deny access, right? Hey, we're just getting ready to leave. Hi, Hell House. Hey, just me, Karen Voller. That's exactly, Karen. We can only control ourselves. And let's not even use the word control because that word is an oxymoron. It actually control does not exist. All we can do is manage our expectations, manage other people's manipulations, manage our reactions. Okay? It's all about managing, not control. Manage. Okay? I love you too. Woo! There we go. All right. Now, what does Gaia want us to hear? The Nine of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, and protection. And if you, oh, and by the way, that other card I showed you, that is sacred geometry. If that is the flower of life. If you were to take a helix of a DNA and look down on it from above and replicated it, you would get this. All right. Nine of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, and protection. And if you look at it, it's a tree, right? And you see the eye. Now, this is somebody else's imagery, okay? But what I'm getting from this is fulfillment, harmony, and protection. These things are within our management capabilities. We can be fulfilled. We can live in harmony. We can have peace and fulfillment. Okay? We just have to remember that everything that is alive or ever has been alive is connected to us. Just because we walk on the earth does not mean we are not a part of the earth. We're all stardust. You know what I mean? We're all made of all the same components. So why is it that mankind has decided that it is okay to use the planet instead of living in conjunction with it? That's your meditation for the week. And for all my patron friends, we will see you tomorrow for Freaky Friday, where we will get our boogie on. And we will enjoy some music and some laughter and some joy. Okay? I have been praying for those very things, looking for a new home. Interesting. Okay. All right. I have to go up and stir the soup because we're having minestrone. I had a little bit, and I mean, not even enough to make a sandwich. A little bit of meat, and I chopped it up. And I saved the juice from the crock yesterday for the base of the minestrone soup. And it's all good. I got a jar of celery, a jar of home canned kidney beans, home canned celery. I put in some dehydrated carrots, dehydrated beans, a couple of onions, a couple of potatoes, and some noodles. Yeah, that's about it. We are all connected. We are all connected. And that's the sad part about negativity in people, negativity in our family, triggers in our friends and family. Because we are connected completely, and you can never completely cut yourself off from people, right? Whether they trigger you or not, okay? That's not how it works, right? We don't cut ourselves off from people. That's what they're trying to do to us right now. We don't cut ourselves off from other people. We just manage, recognize certain people in our lives and in our families who deliberately trigger us, manage those, know that when they're coming, you've got those to manage, and you're going to be okay. And you're going to be able to treat people with dignity, love, and respect, even when they're being assholes, right? Why? Because that's who we are, right? It's all about love. And when you manage your triggers around trigger happy people, then you are filtering your responses through love. And when you filter your responses through love, you're loving yourself the most. Feel me? Anyway, for all those who care to, boo, you just getting here, baby. I needed to hear this because the family Christmas get together, exactly. That's the thing. And 9 times out of 10, right now, we've got different factions of people saying we can get together because we've had the vanilla, or we can't get together because you've had the vanilla, or whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something, folks. Whether you have vanilla or not, The playing field is now level. It's time to stop believing the lies. We can all get hangovers, and we can all spread them, whether you have vanilla or not. So let's stop buying into the narrative that everything is for our health. And that's as close as I can come, because I just wanted to say a whole bunch more stuff, and I'm just going to drop it. All right? So for all those who care to, now I've given everybody enough time to leave if they don't want to. And if you don't want to stay for the blessing, that's great. That's fine. That's your choice. Nobody's infringing on anybody else's free will. Okay? Oh, I don't drink alcohol, Karen. I don't. I don't. And everybody's glad that I don't. Okay? Nobody wants to see Mrs. V marching down the highway with her boobs hanging out, toting a Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. Bailey's would probably do that. So let's all take a nice deep breath. Remember, inhale the positive and exhale and fluff away the negative, okay? Hey, God, creator and source of all the universes, the multiverses, us, the planet. Thank you for bringing us together today, God. Thank you for giving us to each other, that we may support and care about each other, especially in these times. And there's a lot of people out there, God, that are having a hard time making their miracle happen. Well, God, you know, they may not have a lot of loving people in their lives, or they may have nobody in their lives. Well, God, they've got us. So please, God, amp up our light, amp up our love, so that we can push it out to the world and push back the darkness, so that we can all gather in the light with grateful hearts. And thank you, God, as we celebrate this upcoming season of the birth of Christ, who you gave to us, so that we may know the true value of love. Thank you. Amen. I love you guys. Go forth in love and the light of your higher power. Spread that light. Don't forget to shine extra hard, because when we shine, we can see each other in the darkness, and we can push back the darkness, right? Take care. God bless. I love you guys. Oh, Merry Christmas! It's so close. It's coming. Uh-oh.